dilute.
The advice there from James Creedon on Movie Watch Duty, as well as part-time bar staff. Good to see you, sir. We're starting off with some memes that have been popping up on social media after Benjamin Netanyahu's slideshow on Iran. Slideshow? Sideshow.
Yeah.
Some people have slagged it off, haven't they?
It's the sideshow to the slideshow, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's a serious issue. It's about potential,
Completely.
you know, the drums, the war and whatever.
This could lead to sort of scrapping the Iran nuclear deal.
That's it. And
if he gets his way.
Loads of content on social media as well about the politics of it, and we'll keep it light. We'll talk about the form.
That's his message, isn't it? Iran lied.
That's it.
And everyone internationally observing says, hang on a minute, this isn't true. Maybe you're bending the truth. You know?
Right. And also a lot of comment as well about Israel's suspected nuclear program, and that's got a lot of comments too. But this, you know, I think people were, you know, rubbing their hands in glee at the potential for memes online. Perhaps this was even part of the communication strategy of Netanyahu, that this would, you know, get the thing going viral. So not always in a way that was flattering to him. This is Haaretz, the left-leaning daily. You can see one Middle East commentator there saying, I fixed it. So didn't require a huge amount of adapting, but I suppose there's a message in there somewhere.
Well done, Shamin.
That's right. Then we have Luke, I am your father.
That's funny.
That is kind of funny.
That is
and
funny.
Dumbed down infographic, I suppose, you know, they were trying to make the information as digestible and simple as possible. We do control the weather. That's sort of, you know, conspiracy theory stuff. But apparently that got retweeted by Mossad. So they obviously saw the humor.
They've got a sense of humour. Yeah.
They do. And then, you know, he moved away from the screen to reveal, when a curtain was pulled down, a whole load of ring binders and CDs. Now, one would have thought Mossad would have moved beyond ring binders and CDs to, I don't know, digital stuff.
On the one side, it looks like my tax returns. On the other side, it looks like my, I don't know.
Right. So anyway, it all got a little bit Kafka-esque, as they say, because there was even one website seems to have gone on the blink, but it was a French website, kind of with a lot of Israel content that looked very dated, and that was criticising how dated this presentation looked. And actually, it's so dated that the website seems to have disappeared. Great. Anyway, what else do we have? We have mention of Netanyahu's 2012 presentation at the UN, which was vastly and massively taken off at the time. So
there was much mocking of that bomb, wasn't it? Looking like something that Coyote might pull out in a Roadrunner cartoon.
There you go. Exactly that.
There's Coyote.
There's Coyote.
Wily Coyote, no
That's
less.
it. And that got a massive amount of traction on social media back in 2012. And there was also, just to kind of close the chapter on that.
It's a really serious issue, but this is very funny.
It is. And I think, you know, I mean, probably it was part of the design of the presentation that it would have a kind of a viral component to it. And here I am falling into the trap.
No, you're doing a great job. Carry on.
Well, thank you. Now, there were similarities also on social media being drawn to other theatrical moments of political theatre, such as Colin Powell, 2003, also at the UN, when this little vial of that could hold anthrax was held up, all in a bid to, I suppose, argue in favour of war in Iraq. We know how that ended.
So if he'd actually taken that full of anthrax into the UN Security Council, that would have been a major security risk.
I think it was just a prop, because one would hope there wasn't poison in it. And there was even a moment going back to, this is 1962, also at the UN. The UN seems to be the theatre for a lot of this kind of stuff, where this isn't a PowerPoint presentation. I don't know what would you call that? A chart and a pointer. It's very sort of
charts and stickers. I don't know.
It's very primary school, circa
sticky back plastic and put it all together. You know?
There you go. Anyway, that was a presentation by the then US ambassador to the UN, showing photographic evidence that this was in the context of the Cuban Missile Crisis. So there you go. That's sort of the broader context. Before we run out of time, I'd like to talk about China.
Go ahead.
All right. Well,
floor is yours.
All right. Now, Peppa the Pig is a character. Peppa Pig, rather. I didn't realise it was Peppa Pig. No, and it's a she.
Yeah, I know. I
don't know anything about Peppa Pig.
I know.
But anyway, Peppa Pig is popular for children the world over. British pig, apparently, and now banned in China.
Why?
For association with counterculture. Now, that's where I sort of started scratching my head and trying to figure out why.
Peppa Pig is subversive. Is this it?
That's right. And well, it's kind of got gangster symbolism. It's countercultural. I don't know. I mean, perhaps I don't know enough about Chinese counterculture.
Is that genuine, James? Is
that
there
are tattoos. There's a whole vogue for tattoos
Seriously?
of Peppa Pig, either in silhouette form, or you can see here on people's wrists, or bags on K-pop stars. all very strange. But in any case, the Chinese authorities don't like it. They think that it's a sign of, maybe building sentiment against the authorities. I don't know exactly what, but it got whipped off Douyin, which is one of the big video streaming sites in China. About 30,000 clips disappeared. Peppa Pig has had 13.4 billion views on streaming platforms in China.
Phenomenal.
So very popular, and the message is getting mixed.
It reminds me of you just brought it up there, Winnie the Pooh and Xi Jinping. That whole kerfuffle and controversy that caused when it was pointed out that he looked like Winnie the Pooh, and he was greatly insulted.
And that's been taken offline as well.
I'd have been incredibly pleased to be said I look like Winnie the Pooh. He's a good guy, a nice guy.
Clearly a different level for political...
It's different things, and obviously it's about keeping the right image, I suppose, for Xi Jinping,
But it's censorship. At the end of the day, it's censorship.
It is indeed. James, I've got to stop you, and it's not censorship, because we're out of time, sadly. But normally I give you all day to talk, but sadly, the time is against us.
Tomorrow.
James from Media Watch, thank you very much indeed. Kate with the business, as ever, thank you. And thank you for watching too, whether you're Peppa Pig, Winnie the Pooh, or whatever. Stay with us here, live from Paris. Get a jig.